This is an introduction to the SmartCount SC17. Actual count. Your input of a discrete pulse into the first M12 port of your SmartCount device will register as a count. Input devices can be a proximity sensor, PLC, push button, or foot pedal. By selecting the keyboard icon, you can set the starting number. Actual rate. This field is calculated by the system based on per hour, per minute, or per second as selected in the settings menu. Target count. After a reset, this field starts at 0 and increases at a rate based on the target rate. For example, if your target rate was 60 items an hour, every minute the target rate would increase by 1. Target rate. Your rate can be entered here or in the settings page. The rate is displayed in the scale selected on the settings page, per hour, per minute, or per second. Count percent. This field is the actual count divided by the target count rounded to the next whole number. The background color is configured on the settings page. Net percent. This field is the actual count, production, divided by the actual count 2, waste, rounded to the nearest whole number. The background color is configured on the settings page. Actual count 2. Your input of a discrete pulse into the second M12 port on your SmartCount device will register as a count. The count will increment with each discrete pulse received. By selecting the keyboard icon, you can enter the starting number. Count 1 minus count 2. This field displays the difference between the actual count and actual count 2. This field would represent production minus waste. Percent complete. This field is calculated by dividing the actual count by total, and it is rounded to the next whole number. Total. This numeric field is the quantity that you would like to produce. You can click on this field and enter the number. This field does not reset when you reset the box. Actual total. This field displays the difference between total and actual count. Rate percent. This is the actual rate divided by the target rate rounded to the nearest whole number. The background color is configured on the settings page. The system also has built-in timers. You can determine on the settings page when the timers would be delayed to. 1 second delay, 2 second delay, immediate, a minute, 5 minutes, whatever's best for your operation. What you'll see here is there are different timers. Current downtime, total downtime since the machine was reset, and then there are buckets that you can track what the events are. So this bucket represents breaks and lunch. These are configurable on the settings page. Then, when a pulse is received again, the fields will recalculate. Let's go to the settings page. To reset all of your data, you can click here. Otherwise, if we go up to the top, settings page, rate scale, you can select per hour, per minute, per second. Count multiplier is set by default at 1. If you wanted to collect at 10, say you had a box with 10 items in it or 12 items in there, you can come into the count multiplier, put your factor in there, and then each count will be represented by 1 or 10 proportionately. Here you can set manually the actual count 2, target rate, total. You can choose whether to or not to display the actual counter, the actual total. Timeout, this is the how long since a pulse was received in seconds, so 60 seconds would be a minute, etc. I usually keep it at 2 seconds. You can reset the data 3 ways on this device. You can come here and click on this. On the front page, you can right click and hit clear data, and then on the actual device there's a button that can be depressed that will also reset the quantities, the numbers. You can choose to display a time or not display a time by checking this box and appropriately setting the time. And then the different color settings are definable here. Currently I have total downtime set to be red all the time. Current downtime I have set to be yellow for 23 hours and 4 minutes. These are definable by you. Same with count percent, percent complete, net percent, rate percent. And down here are the different downtime statuses. You can configure the colors and whether they are steady or if they flash. Now you'll notice that these top 3 have labels on them and the rest are generic downtime description for. Any fields in the Smart Count system can be changed by coming to the languages setting. Here's the default. Type in there what you want it to say and it will update on the screen. That is the introduction to the Smart Count SC 17.